Okay, if you guys don't mind, while I am finishing this up, can you all please? Put my, I like how I did commas instead of dashes. Put my phone number in your phone. If you have not called me before from it, if you don't mind just texting me really quick, your name and your email address. That way I can save you in my phone. Super easy for me then. I know it's you when you're calling me and then it's not like I'm trying to figure out who texted or whatever else. It's super easy for me to be able to do that way.
Yeah,
And
I like you on speed dial.
yeah, right. And then we are going to. What's the email address, John?
Bears.
Mhm.
He just emails. Well, actually, you're doing, regulations.
Save it. Or take this.
Take that over next time to get it. So it's she's probably yes.
And. So.
Like. Right on it.
Thanks for being patient, guys. It'll just take me one more second.
This person. We talked about this. And then if I have people that I like to catch in my personal numbers, this copy. Sorry. Copy. It's in that's
Save it. Right here. Yep, you're gonna have an invoice here in 2 seconds. So all you have to do is, since this process is still in the.
you can do it.
The warranty details, just like we did last time. It's just that the tab is updated to make sense. And invoice. So email and videos. All you do is fire video, drops it over here. Fire email, drops it over here, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
That's pretty good.
Thanks for your patience, guys. Okay, so will this work? Do you know?
Should. Oh, I don't know.
Ooh, let's give it a shot. Okay, really quick, can you kind of give me your percentage, because I can't remember the way most of the team works with you guys. Who is listing side and who's buy side, kind of your percentages, and how long have you been in the business?
It's my second year.
Okay.
I'm Allison Thurman.
Okay.
I work mainly with buyers.
Okay.
Probably like more than 50%.
Perfect.
I'm brand new, so I don't think I'd be.
That's okay. Name one more time.
Kirby.
That's right. And who are you named after? Just curious.
Family name.
Okay, I really like it. All right. Goodbye.
My name is Sarah Nichols. I work with the Catalyst Group. What did you want me to say?
Listening. Love it. She's here. She's fully present. No, she is. Are you typically list or buy side? Kind of what's your percentage?
I say I'm probably like a 40%.
Or say 60, 40, 50, 50.
Okay,
Yeah.
what about you?
I'm probably closer to like 70, 30 buy, stuff
Yeah.
heavy.
Okay,
At least this year.
at least what?
At least for this year.
Yeah. So are you all noticing that the shift is surely here?
Absolutely.
Are you all feeling?
Oh,
Yeah.
inventory's accumulating.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It
I
really
think that are
is.
priced right, are still selling pretty quick,
Mhm.
400K.
Yep, tell
Uh,
me what problems you have and why stuff stays on the market too long.
Cover price,
Yep,
location.
yep,
condition,
yeah. So what I wanna talk about today, I'm gonna do listings for a little bit, even though that's not your focus, but here's why I wanna touch on it is. Listings is where you make money. Okay, so I don't want you all to ever shy away from, well, I just didn't talk to them about selling their house because I didn't have a strong listing presentation. Okay, so I'm gonna give you all just a little ammunition to go with that. To help you all understand how these warranties can really help you win a listing, okay? So, love this. These are just some statistics that I always pull up, and numbers speak. And they speak very well. I don't do, I mean, you can ask people's opinions all day long. But these are not statistics. So. House sells for 3% more on average when it sells with a warranty. Why do you think that is?
confidence.
Yep.
Buyers feel more confident that I'm a firm believer the biggest thing that stands between someone making a decision is confidence, right? So if there's a level of uncertainty there with aging mechanicals,
Yep.
condition of the home, then you've got a gap there. So home warranties can sometimes bridge that gap.
It does. And so that's something to think about when we're talking about houses getting sold for too much. What are your perks to that buyer, right? So in reality, a warranty can add $9,000 to a $300,000 house. What's the average right now, Lexington?
I'd say about 325,
That's what I
330.
was thinking, yeah. So $9,000. Right? And I would say a lot of the ones that I am hearing lately that are on the market, they're sitting too long. They're in that like 10 to 12,000, like just a little bit too much, right? And no buyer's gonna go in and try to place an offer to a seller and say, hey, I want you to put $5,000 on my closing costs, and I want you to give me $10,000 in lieu of any repairs I might have to do.
Yeah.
That your seller should never be out that type of money at the table, okay? So that's why we wanna figure out ways to get ahead of the game while it's being listed, so that when you do get those people who are putting in an offer, you're not dealing with someone who's being completely unrealistic. 75% of homeowners believe the home warranty provides a greater level of confidence. It's also a lot more likely to keep the deal together. Here's why. Seller's coverage, and I'm gonna kind of go over a couple of these faster, but sellers get free coverage during the list period. Okay,
What's the list period?
list period is the day when it goes active on the MLS. We will keep it active for a year. If it never sells, which, good God. Should not really be on here for a year.
What do they pay for it?
Tricky months. Okay, best part about this, you do not pay for it until it closes.
Nice.
Okay. So the seller's gonna get a benefit. And you all can feel free to take notes on these. I should have done that earlier. Sorry. Just need to get that up.
I got you.
Seller is agreeing, when you look at page 3, you see the seller square box right on the bottom right hand corner. Okay, so. Right, I'm gonna steal yours for a minute. Right here is seller's coverage. Okay? These items are gonna be covered complimentary through the list period. All the seller is doing is saying they are gonna buy up at the top, $4.99. Is the standard warranty for the buyers at closing. Everything you need is all right here in this one column. We are gonna actually give $1,000 to the seller. I have to call it play money, right? We're gonna put $1,000 towards repairs with these items during the list period, and that includes things that come back on the inspection.
I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna give $1,000 towards repairs. Listed here. Anything that comes back on the inspection, we can also put that towards it as well. Okay, so let's say you've got a,
Plumbing,
yeah, and it's toilets, you know how you all deal with this crap. When you get somebody and you get your inspection done, and it's piddly stuff. Right? Yes, it's all stuff that needs to be fixed. What we're doing is taking $1,000 and just telling the seller. So that when you're negotiating those ridiculous types of repairs that need to get done, the seller is getting $1,000 towards that.
so they pay the 500.
Yep,
They get, if any of these items come up during inspections, you all give them $1,000 towards those repairs.
that is correct.
And once we hire someone out to come and fix those repairs, do we just give the receipt to you all?
Got it.
Nice.
So that when I come in, you just need to call me, okay? So when you're here, when we get to that step and it happens, just call me, okay? Hey Emily, we've got these issues with GFI outlets, we need to change all these out. Can I send you the invoices of where we need to get that done? And I'll get it covered for you. Keep in mind that $500 does not get paid until closing.
Mhm.
That's the biggest part. So what happens if the deal goes south? We don't get $500 because it doesn't close. We will not go after that $1,000 of help we gave the seller during the list.
So $1,000 is already paid.
Correct.
Hot dog.
So, yeah, because, right, okay, my job is for you all to have value with your people. You all are the ones that get referral after referral, right? So our being able to help a seller during the list period. You help them get $1,000 towards these repairs, something went crazy. The odds of them listing again with you. It's gonna be very high, considering you just got them $1,000 worth of help during the list period. You came to the rescue. Now we're gonna do it again. Need another $1,000, you get another $1,000. Okay? So don't stress about what happens if they use it. We're not gonna go up to them and say, hey. Listen here, we gave you $850, Sarah, towards fixing those repairs, now we want that back since you didn't close, we don't do that at all. Because our main business is with real estate agents. We do have direct to consumer, right, so people who just call us and say, I want a warranty. But the majority of our business is all through real estate transactions. So our goal is just for you all to succeed, whatever ways we can build it to you, so that's one of the ways that we did.
So, when is the best time to pull you in?
Great, so, 2 things. One is, you can add this anytime you're in the listing. Anytime. I would recommend. If you feel like you're gonna run into some issues, go ahead and just put it in. If we need to cancel it, we can cancel it. You're not paying for anything. Right? Just tell me if you need to cancel it. If they ended up going through another warranty company or it got negotiated out, fine, well, I'll cancel it for you. I'd rather you go ahead and put it on listings, okay? Then the second piece is this, so you've got your inspection, you know the repairs that need to be done. Let me know what those are, so you call me and go, hey Emily, we've got 2 toilets that are leaking. We've got an attic fan that's jacked up, we think we're gonna have to get somebody to come out and look at it, so what I'm gonna say to you is. Perfect. With our warranty. Do not forget, you get to choose your own licensed contractor. Okay, so you don't have to wait for me to send someone out to these people's house. Okay, so you've got a contractor you like to use who's a plumber, fantastic. Call up Bob, ask Bob to come to 123 Main Street to help you out with this plumbing issue. What you're gonna do is send me something on letterhead that says Bob's Plumbing. I'm gonna replace the seal on 2 toilets. Tighten up some bolts on 2 toilets. Do some other things, right? These little piddly stuff. Anything that we will cover. So let's say he added a couple of things that we can't cover for some reason. That's fine, you can put it all on the same list. I'll get everything covered for you that I can.
Okay, and then so even if the, estimate's
You
1,300.
bet. You bet.
We'll still cover what
Yeah.
you can.
You bet. And the way I like to say that too is. And when I say call me, if you ever have questions like. For example, we're in a business partnership with you all, so it's not like you're just another office that I go into, does that make sense? Like I know you all, I wanna help you all, not that I don't help other people, but it's just a little different. So keep in mind. If you have something like an elderly woman, this happened 6 months ago, I had a really great client, she had an elderly woman that was listing her house. She had a garage door repair for $400. We don't cover garage doors. But I got it covered for it. So. Never say never, if it's something that you think maybe we could get Emily to get this covered for us and we've got listing coverage on it, give me a call. And let me see what I can do. That's what my job is, I fix problems all day, which is part of the reason it's been a little crazy right now, because I swear to you, everybody's AC has gone out in the last 2 weeks. So that's what I do, is I'm helping you when those things happen. And your buyer says, hey, I thought I was gonna get a little more money for this, right? Let me know, I'll see what I can do to max out coverage for them, okay?
So I know like a concern that comes up is like a 20-year-old. Heat pump.
You got it.
Right? Well, warranty won't cover that,
Yeah, well,
right? You
Okay.
know that?
yes, absolutely. Don't look at age of items and be scared. Okay, when you list the house with the warranty, as long as the inspection says it was working properly. When it was inspected, we are gonna cover that item. That's all that matters to us. Now. If it says, instead of working properly. This should be serviced before it closes. And you don't have a receipt that it was serviced. That's gonna be tricky. Okay, so as long as you're following the guidelines of what the inspector says, that's what we're gonna go off of. Okay? And
But now if you have the seller warranty
correct,
and that comes up, well, it's gonna cover up to 1,000,
it's 2250
2250,
for an HVAC.
right?
You all cover 2250 of it.
Towards a new unit, right?
Correct.
And that, those details are on page 8.
Yeah.
Say.
Yes, so and that's, I love that you mentioned that, some people are going to want to know. Exactly what all of those breakdowns are, you can scan this QR code, it's terms and conditions. We took them out of this brochure because. It literally added like 8 pages, and most of it was like California rules and Florida rules and things like that that don't apply to us. But you will see maximums there, but I can always tell you what those maximums are. On everything,
And that age doesn't matter, right?
correct?
So like if it just goes out because of age, you can still get the 2250 towards the.
Yes, but you have to call me.
Right. Always.
Because what's gonna happen is, you call me, the homeowners always call the 1-800 number. So when they call the 1-800 number and call customer care, I'm not on a recorded line, I basically run my own business.
Right.
Right, so that person's gonna call you and go, I only got $750 because my unit was 20 years old, and you're like, gotcha. Let me see what I can do, let me call my girl Emily on my team.
Yeah.
And then you come through wearing the cape at the end of the day. Ta-da.
Right, well, so that's what I tell all my clients, I'm like, the reason I love this warranty is because we have Evelyn.
That's,
That is solely it, any other warranty, you're gonna deal with God knows who, and when you wanna use it, you can actually use it.
I think it's important to say too, like if something comes up that may be questionable, especially
Yeah.
like reach out to me. So I can have
That's
that
right.
conversation with our rep.
that's right.
Yeah.
And that's something that if you, everything comes up, you know how real estate changes every day. There's nothing that ever stays the same, it all changes. So let's say you get a call from someone and they're an elderly couple, they don't know how to get on aphw.com to make a claim. They got their dishwasher fixed 3 months ago, they just forgot that they even had the warranty. All you need to do is call me and I'll get it covered for you.
Okay.
So. Let me keep going here.
When we get a chance, can we talk about how APHW varies from other warranties? Cause I think a lot of people are reluctant or hesitant because. What they've heard about other warranty companies, right?
Yes.
And there's a lot of crooks out there.
Can you come to every, can you do this every time? Because you help me think of things that I know you all as agents are thinking about. And that's why you almost just kind of have to throw out these like, what ifs? Right, because that's really what you're doing with a warranty, is you're trying to alleviate the what ifs. Right, you're trying to keep that homeowner from calling you and going, hey, my HVAC just broke down and it's 2 weeks after closing. And they're looking at you to figure out what you can do to help them. Tell me your question again.
I forgot,
How this compares.
Yes. Alright, so a couple of things. One is I talked about contractor of your choice. There are 0 home warranty companies that will let you do that. They will put verbiage that you get to choose your own contractor. However, that homeowner gets to choose from their list
Right.
of contractors.
So
We
what's
don't
that?
have a list. Okay, so big difference there. The other is, we got $25,000 of an aggregate amount to put towards all these different repairs. Okay, so there's a lot there, huh?
for a single home.
Yep.
Well, too, on like the list of contractors that some of these other warranty companies
Mhm.
use. What's the issue with that? Like, they could be great contractors, right?
Well, I'll tell you the main issue, this time of year. So, right now. If you call, let's say Bryant Heating and Air. And they say it's gonna be, we'll get out there tomorrow, we'll take care of you. And we and a warranty company say, well, we're gonna send out Joe HVAC, and he's booked out for 3 weeks.
Right.
You have no control over that at all. So it's really the control aspect that keeps our clients so happy. So a typical range is people renew with us up to 7 to 8 years is our average. Because they've gotten to choose their experience. So who are they to blame if Bryant Heating and Air comes out and they charge them an arm and a leg? And we still pay them, and then it breaks down the next day. It's not on us. You didn't send Bryant out there. You chose Bryant. That's who you wanted to work with. It was your experience. So that keeps you in a place that you can use your referrals now. Because if you like working with a specific contractor in any realm. And you kind of have a scratch my back, I'll scratch yours relationship. Then now when that contractor's in other people's houses and he's doing plumbing and he overhears homeowners go, we just would rather sell this junk, like, we're just ready to get out of here. You think that contractor's gonna have you at the end of their tongue if you're using them for a lot of referrals? You bet. So it's a way for you to increase referrals as well as your client now is gonna choose their experience. So there, it's 98%, it's like 98.7% satisfaction rate with her warranty. If someone's not happy, here's what I found. Number one, it wasn't our warranty, it was someone else's. Happens all the time. So they think we're American Home Shield. Well, we're not, we're America's preferred home warranty, or they got us confused with someone else, that happens all the time.
Or they signed up for two.
Oh God, that's a horrible thing too. Yeah. So. Is that helpful with some things that make us a little different for the experience?
Absolutely.
Okay. FYI. You see the list secure and you will also see, just for your all's benefit. We will pay $2,500 for the seller. For 2 years post-close, if anyone that was a part of that transaction came back and filed a lawsuit against them. Okay, so the reason we're gonna do that is they have the warranty, right? And are you all, I'm such a statistics person because it helps me do my job better. Wouldn't you, Misty? Yeah. I have to be, like, I wanna know numbers, and I didn't used to be that way, I actually really suck at that. But I've gotten really good at that, so let me ask you, what do you think? What do you think when you are doing why am I forgetting what I'm saying all day long today? It's bad.
It's coming, I mean, it's 4th of July weekend.
No.
Let's be thought.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. Well, let's just have a getting to know you moment. I started doing medicine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not doing the trick. Trying to look at what I was saying. Crap.
Some of that statistics.
Listen, yes.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, sorry. Do you all know how much E&O claims have increased
I do not.
in the past couple of years? Okay, so E&O claims have increased 30% year over year,
Since when?
2024.
Makes sense.
Year before that, it had gone up 21%. It's 50%.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I know that's around the time of the NAR lawsuit settlement and all that stuff, and people
Yeah.
are probably getting more aware of, hey, I can sue.
And do you not see it that we're in like just a totally litigious environment that
Yeah.
we didn't used to be that way?
Yeah.
You know, people are out there helping each other. Now, you know, a buyer feels like they get slammed in a deal. They're gonna wanna blame a real estate agent, a contractor, or the seller. So just keep in mind that these are all ways to protect you for the agent side, your sellers as well, okay? Let's see here. I like this one because it's warranty objections. You may wanna like just kind of take a picture of it and use it later. The biggest one for me is the seller's part that says we'll just wait until we're negotiating to add it in. Don't wait until you negotiate.
Especially if you have concerns.
Yes. So let's say you're gonna have an open house, right? Because we're doing a lot of more open houses now. So let's say you've got an open house where, just like you talked about, HVAC unit's 20 years old. Stove's like 10-ish, everything's just a little bit older, showing some age. Me as a first time homeowner, when I'm walking through an open house. And I see that it's older appliances and older systems in the home. I'm already like cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm already putting everything that I can down on this house. There are no more reserves for first time homeowners.
Buyers overestimate for those costs.
1000%. 1000%.
Yeah.
So now you've got people who are very hesitant. Now, has a warranty on it. Then we have, these are, I love these, and you'll probably scan them here too, but these are table tents. And it just says this house comes with a home warranty.
I like that.
I did too.
So when you have an open house. You don't just put this on the bar in the kitchen, you put it on the hot water heater, you put one on the stove, you put one on top of the toilets,
Oh, yeah, I like that.
right?
Yeah.
Now, the visual that owner has coming in can see themselves living there with peace of mind instead of they're probably gonna try to get one over on me because of how old that HVAC unit is. There's so many, I could talk about HVAC units for 3 hours. Like the differences in R22 units and the stuff and all the changes. People, I got news for you, doesn't run like Sears used to make stuff anymore when your mom and dad had a stove for 30 years. That's just, that's not how we manufacture anymore. So, if it's 10 years old, your people are still gonna be a little bit hesitant. Right? So, these are things that are gonna help solidify that, but if you wait, if you're waiting. Now, how are you gonna stand out among other listings? We already talked about you can get 3% more. For your sales price. You deserve that 3% when you're selling it with a warranty because you're selling it with peace of mind. And it doesn't even mean that homeowner knows specifically what it covers. Don't get into the weeds over that. They really don't care. It's not about that. It's when you buy a used car and you have 2 used cars that are the same, you have one you pay a little bit more for, but you get a warranty with it, which one would you rather buy? Which don't know what the warranty covers.
Right.
Sounds good.
Well, that's what it does in our minds. So put yourself back into your client's shoes. I love asking this question. Is it your job to make decisions for your clients?
Guide.
Educate and inform.
Yeah. Is it tempting?
Yeah.
Very. Right. Right. Because you already feel like I know, like Sarah's stuff, I got this, I know better. And they never done this before, they're idiots about this, right, but it's not your job.
Right.
So be careful that you also remember. It's not your job to decide whether they need a warranty or not.
Because when you do decide for them and it goes south, whose fault is it?
They're gonna call you,
It's the person that made the decision.
and if they say, we never even talked about a warranty, we're gonna flip. On the left-hand side of your form and in your old stock loop documents, did you all switch from dog loop? Okay. Cause Louisville switched and they do DocuSign, so I'm just kinda all over the place.
So you have an electronic version.
Correct, it's all in your dot loop, yes. Make sure you are offering this at every real estate and buyer's appointment, and if they say no, it's okay. It's fine, but have them sign the waiver. Because now, when something comes up and they call you, you're like, God, remember Sarah? We actually talked about, sorry girl, hey, talked about you getting that warranty, and you had decided they didn't want it. Sign that waiver when we were going over documents. there's so much going on in this process. Your people aren't going to remember a conversation about a warranty that lasted 2 minutes. Okay, so cover yourself. The reason that, hi, Mama. Hi, I'm good. The reason that we, as KW with Tar and those offices, they are requiring this. Two different reasons. One is, right, it covers your butt at the end of the day, if you're buyer or seller, but the biggest piece is. We actually are going to cover your E&O deductible. If buyer or seller placed a lawsuit against you, E&O claim.
Does anyone know how much that is?
Hey, it's $5,000 for your deductible.
It's a cool okay.
Do you know, Dustin?
Krista Joint just told me out there on the patio when I tried to get her in class.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
And you're like, 5,000? Sorry, look, that's a big commission check. I want that 5,000 in my pocket. I do not want to be giving it away.
That eats into profit. And I think the biggest thing I took from that though too is like on the subject. She was expressing concerns about how it felt like we were trying to upsell our clients, and I've never really looked at it that way because I've had good experience with the product and adding value to my client in this situation. So my favorite time to bring these up is during the consultation, when I'm meeting with the seller for the first time at their house or a buyer here in the office, and just talking about like how it can help alleviate some of those expenses along the way. And as a seller piece, I mean, it's invaluable. You don't pay for it until you close. That $1,000 piece I didn't know about. Something comes up during inspection.
We were talking about that.
And I think the coolest thing about that, I don't know if you've mentioned it yet, is at closing, what happens with that warranty?
Oh, it transfers to the buyer for 1 year.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's huge.
that's it.
Yeah,
Starts on the day of closing. And the coverage is a lot more too, so. Let me see if I can find it.
And it's nice, it's just on the settlement statement, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, it's not like you're taking money out of your wallet.
mm-hmm.
I didn't even put in the slide for how much of what all the buyers get.
That's all right. It's right here in front of us.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know why I left that out. Yeah, I don't know why I left that out, sorry about that.
So Emily, when it transfers to the buyer. How many times can they use it over the next year?
Okay, so the way ours works is, you all are familiar with what a deductible is, right? But we don't actually, if Sarah calls and makes a claim, we're not gonna say you need to pay us $100 your deductible before we will start a claim for you. That's not how we work at all, working backwards. So we're gonna help you, Sarah, with the claim, when we approve the claim, whether it's a repair or replacement. So $2,250 is our maximum for HVAC. You have a $100 deductible. We're gonna reduce that out of the full amount that we're gonna give you in return,
Okay, yeah,
okay? So, and some people have a $50 deductible.
Yeah, right.
So whatever that deductible is, we just reduce it out of what we're giving towards. The replace or repair or replacement. And then as far as how many times. This is for the 1 year. How, whatever it is that they need.
So they maxed out that allotment to a heating unit.
Yeah.
And then the AC unit goes out. They max out the allotment there.
Correct,
oh.
Then the oven goes out.
correct.
So it's not a one and done.
So when I said 25,000. That's how,
That's a cap.
that's the value of this. But one of the things I wanted to touch on, and I heard you just because I don't ever push stuff under a rug, I'm very much like, let's all talk about it. You said Krista was wondering if it was like, are we pressuring people about having them do this?
Well, because it's required by the office.
Correct.
And waivers. And
The office who feels that way.
oh yeah, well, she told me like the part. And I was like, oh, I did not know about that.
Yes. So here's the other thing too, and I just like saying this because I feel like it's important. Guys, I seriously, for every warranty I sell, I make $12. I'm not, this is not for me, this is not for me to make money, if that makes any sense. This is about the partnership. So I don't want anyone to feel like it's like, oh, we're just adding to Emily's questions. No, actually, we're not. I mean, you know, it helps go to McDonald's once, but there's not a lot to do with telling us, right? But just keep that in mind, that this, guys, I'm here for you all, if you have a question as to whether this would be good, or let's say you do have someone who's interested in First America. And they're wanting it for a specific reason, call me and I'll tell you if we're a better choice or not. I have zero desire to make you all look like a fool at the end of the day, so I'd rather have the conversation with you. Right? And let's compare apples to oranges if you need to.
What are the odds they offer something better in one area?
Okay, one thing. Literally one thing, hot water heaters.
Huh.
It's hot water heaters, every time. There are 2 other warranty companies that do $1,000 on hot water heaters, ours only goes up to 500. And if that extra $500 is a chance of a hot water heater, it's good for you, go for it.
Pretty minute.
And then just to point this out.
I hope they think you a good contractor to do it.
See, then it all kind of starts to play in. Alright, so one other thing I do wanna point out, and I know the people on Zoom can't see this, but that's okay. Under the buyer's coverage here, so this is what the buyer gets for a year. I want you all to put a star on a couple of things. So these are things that are not typically covered by other home warranty companies. So the first one is exterior water and sewer line. And that is to the street.
So I had this happen to me this year, is an exterior water line needed to be replaced.
Uh-huh.
It ended up costing my seller like $8,000.
Was it roots? Was it, do you know what caused
I
it?
don't know what caused it.
Older house,
It was in Nicholasville.
older house,
Yeah, it was an old home.
I mean,
So like if they had the home or the seller had the home warranty. And you all covered, how much of that would you all cover?
2,000.
2,000, okay. Right, that's still,
It's-
that's good,
It's just that.
yeah,
I'd rather keep that in my pocket, yeah.
Is it dependent on what caused the clog, whether it was roots or?
It does for customer care. When that homeowner is calling customer care, if customer care said it's because of roots, you don't cover roots.
it's covered Taco Bell.
But then you call Emily, and then we. Emily will make it happen. I mean, I'm serious, I can tell you a million things that we cover and don't cover, and actually, let me go through this list first, exterior water and sewer line. The next one. Gotta go feed some more medicine, I'm telling you, it's living.
Hear what I asked, didn't you?
Do what? No.
You were talking about the roots, I asked if it covered Taco Bell.
he's off the right.
That would do that for a living, I'm just saying. There's no way. There's no way, that is so bad. Next down is. Now I can't get that out of my mind, next down is hotel benefits. We will pay up to 3 nights, $75 credit towards a hotel,
way,
if HVAC or heat goes out. And whatever time of year,
3 nights.
$70,
yep, 75,
75 a night.
yep. Whatever they wanna do over that, it's just on them.
75 and after 3 nights.
Yeah. And whatever they wanna, if they wanna stay at the Hilton, go for it. They just have to pay the difference, okay? Next down is permanently installed sump pump. Guys, these things go wonky all the time. No other home warranty companies will cover that. So that's a big help. And then septic system. And then water well pump. So right there at the end.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
The permanently installed sump pump.
And
You're referring to one of those that are, you know, in the like cylinder with a lid on top. Not one that's just kind of thrown into a crawl space.
That would be correct.
Got it. So it has to be in a.
Permanently installed.
They're usually hardwired in.
That is correct.
That kind of stuff,
Now,
not just.
if it's not, what are we gonna do?
Yes.
That's that very long hat, okay? Flip it to the next page, just because I do wanna point this out. This is what's covered, what's not covered, okay? If you have people who are very interested in that, guys, just give them the brochure and let them have at it. They don't have to decide that they all are there together, outside the waiver, if they change their mind, they can. But get them, and that's why I always keep plenty of brochures. Marketing materials, all that good stuff, because this is. I feel this way, maybe you all don't. I like having something in my hand. Like, I still can't read a book on Kindle, like, it does not make sense to me, like, I'm waiting to like smell the paper. And turn the page, it doesn't happen, so I'm like, forget it, it's totally boring. So just keep that in mind, okay? And then if they say. You know, oh, I just wanna do my research, go for it, let them have at it. Your job is not to know a warranty inside and out and get into the weeds talk about it. Just say, not sure, let me call the girl and then we'll figure it out, okay? I always love this slide because it tells you about how much you're gonna have in needed repairs for the first year. And those repairs are typically $100,000. They're not huge. But they're just enough to where those homeowners get frustrated. And 30% for the $1,000 to $2,499. All of that, I mean, 75% of it is under $5,000. That's very doable with a warranty to help alleviate that stress. 75% of the time. Okay,
I wonder if those numbers will go up any.
they are already,
I figured.
and that's cost of goods, right?
Mhm.
Cost of service.
Cause I know earlier in the year, there were more, felt like overpriced houses and. Man, during the inspection phase, they were just bad shape,
Right.
bad shape. So not only were they overpriced, but they were under maintenance. So you can only imagine how those negotiations went often.
That's right.
And then you get taking the interest rates into that equation,
That's right.
they borrow more money. The seller's still asking these advantageous prices.
That's right.
Inventory's still low, it's still historically low, it's still below pre-pandemic levels. And then you've got all these extra stuff after closing that you have to be concerned about, so.
And just as you're saying that, it made me think of this, don't be afraid to ask for a warranty in your offer,
Oh, we do.
right? $500. For the buyer, 1-year warranty with America's Preferred Home Warranty to be ordered by, make sure you put your name. Right? Take care of your people. And look, if it gets negotiated out, it gets negotiated out. People during COVID weren't doing anything with warranties. They were scared of them, they were afraid that their offer was gonna get kicked out. That's not the case. Just be careful not to get into that mindset for you all that have, you old people.
No, I think this is a perfect
Long
timing for this class, I mean, preferably would have had, like I had it earlier in the year,
Sure.
but that's. Why it came to my mind as a valuable class for the agents,
Yep.
because we're just in that market where. We've got to bridge that gap between buyers and sellers, because before sellers could just put any old number out there and you'd have 4 or 5 buyers jump on it, and that's just not the case anymore.
Not at all. So I've got marketing materials. If you want sign writers or signs that says this house comes with a home warranty, We have tons of those. This is, okay, fine. We have the tents, ta-da, we have brochures, ta-da, and then we also have. Home seller and buyer benefit sheets. So you wanna make this really easy for yourself? Just tell me, I'll hand them to you today, you can take them now. I'll order them for you, send them to your house if you want more stuff, okay? So we always have buyer seller sheets. And then, contractor of choice. So if you all wanna just be able to, again, have those statistics to be able to give to your people, it's not for you, remember. Look, I'll take one of those.
I have some.
Then that's,
Yeah, I'm gonna grab everything from you in a minute.
yes,
That's cool.
yeah, and then these, one last thing, is anybody going on? Nobody wants to do it anymore.
Sure,
I used to, but
I will every once in a while.
It's no version of this, okay, so even if you don't go on. Put it on your Facebook, okay? Put it on Instagram, it says. List your house with me. I, the real estate agent, am gonna buy a warranty. For you. That transfers to your buyers at closing. It's $500 out of your commission, at the end of the day, is it worth it to get a
absolutely,
$15,000 commission?
I know people will pay more for these.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
And you don't have to pay, you don't have to pay anything until somebody takes you up on it. And or they don't come out until closing.
It does not come out till closing, so.
it now.
Yeah. So just keep, all these things are, the warranty, there's so many different ways you can look at it and ways that it's beneficial. I've really gotten out of doing like a 101 warranty training, what is a warranty, what is it cover, blah, blah, blah. Because to me, this stuff is a lot more important. So when you all have questions, just feel free to call and reach out and let me know what I can do to help. And then feel free to come grab some stuff. And I will, if you want something specific, I'll be happy to, I can send it all to the office if you want me to do that too. You don't just want to have some there. Actually, we did that.
Oh, yeah, we have some of these, but we don't have.
You don't have to and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, we need to open house
Yeah.
and all that good stuff.
Yep, consider it. Sound good? Yes,
So-
thanks you guys for coming.
One last thing, clear, so for listing coverage. You have to have the warranty ordered prior to going in. Or the
You
listing.
do not have to have it prior, you can order it anytime. What I'm recommending is that you add it to every listing the day that it goes live,
Right.
okay? Because now you're gonna advertise it. As having a warranty that's transferable to the buyer. And it allows for that extra 3% that in someone's mind, they're looking at the price. Okay, so it's helping take that fear and drive it down. You're not asking a high price because you're money hungry,
Right,
right? It's totally different negotiating tactic.
gotcha.
Did you say it also can be canceled at any time? during
Yes. All I have to do is just let me know, that's all it, that's all we gotta do, so I'll tell you, if I don't call me back. John's like, Emily, I called you yesterday, I'm like, oh, yesterday, just blow me up, like, seriously, text, and you can leave a message if you want. I have a Samsung work phone and I despise it, so if you like Samsung, good for you. It is not my jam.
Dustin.
Oh, yes. I hate it. I've had it for almost 4 years, still can't figure out how to work it. And I'm pretty good with electronics, so anyway, just, I'll say your else numbers.
and I think I've got two numbers for you, and usually when I call both numbers, text it, I might even email it. So, I mean, she gets it. We're in a world of sales.
One more question. So let's just say the sellers are under contract, they need something repaired. They get it repaired, how long does it take